Once a very famous show, maybe you've heard of it, gave us a pretty damn iconic scene when the seemingly weaker main character shows off his superiority by utilizing what he was best at. The Amateur is basically that scene, only no drugs. It runs for over 2 hours, and
It didn't work.
I could honestly just show you the trailer and that would be sufficient, but if I did that, it would make my effort almost as lazy. That's because if you look past the unique kills, the two of which they show you in the trailer, and the totally unique premise, this slog of a movie is comprised of exactly what you expect. Rami Malek, because why not, plays Charlie, a CIA cryptographer, who after losing his beloved wife to a terrorist attack in London, seeks to, you guessed it, get his revenge. Problem is, his bosses aren't that useful due to conflicting politics, and even more problematic, he doesn't have the nerve to shoot somebody. However, being a genius, he can make them die horribly instead, with his elaborate contraptions, justifying it by giving them a small possibility of escape.
We don't kill.
And he even finds a way to threaten his bosses. Gets training from Laurence Fishburne, because they wanted Laurence Fishburne in this. They pretend he needed training, but that training never really comes up. Fishburne leaves the movie halfway through, despite taking up half the poster. But it's not about him, it's about Charlie overcoming...
I don't know.
As expected, the big standout is the gimmick. It's not that new, and because of that gimmick, it lacks emotion or anything else. You mainly just wait for things to happen, hoping the next kill will be somewhat memorable. One kinda is, but overall, it's pretty damn boring. Fishburne is one of many characters who leaves no impact, aside from saying, "You're not a killer," and a scene when Charlie blows something up to get away from him, similar to Breaking Bad. You got the standard woman he meets at some point who's also a victim. She helps him, then she dies. It's supposed to be sad. There's some guy called the Bear you see at the beginning. He's in 2 scenes, and 1 scene later, he's in The Walking Dead 2. And the bad guys, being the terrorists, are probably a level down from one note, that being plot device. The bulk of the movie is Charlie evading capture, trying to get his revenge in ways that are completely illogical, and that wouldn't be a big deal if the movie wasn't trying to be so fucking serious. I was skeptical about Rami Malek in this role, and he's okay, but not really needed. But the whole not being able to kill and giving them a chance to escape, questioning if he should be doing this, that kind of thing is not entertaining for 2 hours if it's all the movie is. Maybe if somebody else did something memorable, a scene that stood out that isn't an elaborate death, but unfortunately Rami Malek can't give this character enough emotion to save the movie. When he finally finds the guy who did the killing, he's really dull. Obviously he gives Charlie a gun, saying he won't shoot him, and in a confusing scene, him not shooting him is apparently what Charlie wanted. Did the head terrorist think he was gonna shoot him for a minute? I don't think so. I'd assume there's some kind of hidden message, but it's hidden pretty damn good. And the bad guy gets arrested because, you know, Charlie can control the boat they're on. Because genius. Then the movie wraps up with more confusion that should define the thought process here. Laurence Fishburne appears and says, "You done good?" Last I checked, Charlie left him, potentially dying, so whatever. That was half the movie ago. I thought he was dead too. We don't see him till now. And the very final shot is him flying away in a plane that a flashback showed his wife getting him for his birthday.
Terribly ingenious.
Don't know where the fuck any of that came from, or what flying a plane has to do with what he does. I guess they needed more flashbacks and didn't know how to end it. But stuff like this, scenes that go nowhere, characters who do nothing, and no remote logic, is a definition of what The Amateur is. Yeah, I know, perfect title. I had a feeling that's all it would be. Rami Malek conceiving ways to die, being serious when he does it, being whatever when he's not doing it. And given how dead set they are on their deep concept, you can't really give this any kind of pass. I will say the opening segments are pretty good. Despite his wife not being in much of this, you do feel they're real close. And you get a lot of sad moments, like him finding out she's dead, unable to get past it, opening the gift she got for him. It was a puzzle. Kinda felt something there, but as soon as stuff happens, well, not much happens. You could argue it's still watchable, keeps you somewhat invested, but it's all for a payoff that never really comes. I mean, only one death is even that good anyway, the trailer sufficiently spoils it. Not to mention the potential casualties, that's a lot of water, and glass, but that's immaterial. The important thing is,
I don't know.
the amateur is a boring, nonsensical spy fuck-up, cleverly disguised as something smart. So, let me know what you think down in the comments. Remember to like the video, subscribe if you enjoyed, and the gaming channel is always there too, for the same content with games, link in the description. I'm the analyst, and remember kids, if you look smart like Rami Malek, fuck logic.